Okay, we got a lot of rain yesterday evening, all last night, and most of today. The sun just finally came out a few hours ago, and I wanted to show everybody what my garden, first year garden out here on 30 acres is looking like, and just to basically see how the water's standing, where it's standing, and later on I'll be able to look back and see the improvements that I've made over time to this garden. So right here in the front pots, looks like we've got onions. Hopefully you can hear me from all the wind. Okay, we got onions right there. I've got a pineapple plant right there. That's elderberry, rosemary. And then we've got, I put some pine needles down in here to deter the weeds, which isn't working too well. And I've got elderberry in all these tires. That one looks like it's under water. Good thing they like their feet wet. There's another elderberry and one back there. And then right there, that's a flower of some sort. The actual plant I had in it was a pepper plant. Didn't survive the winter. That's an elderberry right there. And then we used old shipping crates. We did the burn technique to protect it from water. But I am going to spray paint them to give them an extra layer of protection. This is in the first bed onions, and I did the hugelkultur method where I put old wood, rotted wood in the bottom, then I did pine needles, then I found some rotted tree compost and I topped it off with that. And then in this next bed I did the same method, and that is my garlic. I'm still building that one and filling it up with the same method, and I've got two more to work with. Okay, and as you can see, all this water back here. And these are the tree saplings that we cut down that weren't so straight, and I've been using them in the garden. Then I've got feed tubs, because as you can tell, with the water being so high, I need things in containers somewhat until I build up the bed. And as I'm walking through here, there's a bunch of water here too. I've got my mud boots on. And then this is my container garden area. And I've got different stuff planted in those, and I'll go over those here in a little bit. But look at the mass amount of water that is just sitting in this area. I even built this area up a little bit when I built this bed this past weekend. The chickens originally destroyed it, and I needed to put some defined lines. That way as I'm building it up, my stuff won't wash away. At least that's the purpose of it, or the intent, and in theory it's supposed to stay that way. This is my blueberry garden right here. And as you can see, I've got water standing on both sides. It looks like one of my blueberry bushes back there is getting pushed over. Sorry about that. Phone is trying to have trouble focusing. And then this cinder block garden is my asparagus garden. I have tomatoes, asparagus, carrots, marigolds, and you'll probably correct me, I'm probably saying this wrong, nostrums planted in with that. And I'm still needing to get more dirt and finish filling in the holes. As you can see, the weeds are growing up through there. But I plan on filling in the holes around the bed in the cinder blocks and planting marigolds and other flowers and stuff in those. But this is my first year garden, and this is the water that is standing around it. And as you can see, I'm standing in water too. So hopefully we'll get the drainage fixed this year, and as I build my garden, it'll greatly improve. There's nothing planted in this bed right here yet, because I needed to build it before it would be ready to plant. I put chicken manure compost in it on that far end. What little bit of compost I made out of my compost turner. That first bed down there, I'm going to have to walk down there in the water. I can't remember. I'm glad I labeled everything, but I can't remember what is planted where. Oh, and look at this water. It is just so deep. Covers up my feet. Alright, so looks like I got cabbage there. I've got more cabbage in the next one. This is cabbage. I've got lettuce here. Looks like I got some good lettuce leaves growing. Alright, we got kale in this tire. And I can't weed it until I see what actually sprouts. Y'all know how that goes. Can't really tell what's what until it starts sprouting. Then we can thin it out, weed it, and all that. This is garlic. Looks like I need a weed in between the garlic. Alright, this one is broccoli. I've got another broccoli coming up there. This one is onions. And then I've got my citronella. It actually survived the winter. Alright, so over here, looks like we got onions again. More onions. Those are some flowers, and I could not tell you the name because the tags I was using in these, the permanent marker disappears. That's why I got the stainless steel metal ones. Hopefully the lettering doesn't wash off of it. More flowers. I got celery planted there. I got cucumbers planted in that grow box. And over here, I've got the last two butterhead lettuce that Buddy and Copper did not eat this winter when I had the box inside the fence. And that is the first rose bush that I've been able to propagate off of my Valentine's roses that I got this year. I thought that was pretty cool. Hopefully, if it does well and it continues to grow, I will have a long stem rose bush out of it. Alright, we got onions and flowers in that one. It did have lavender, but I have not been able to grow lavender for anything. Alright, then we got a fig tree there in that first bucket. Another fig tree in that one. And I grew these three from seed. They're Ambrosia Apples. So they're a little slow. They're coming out of hibernation. And it's like I got a pond around my garden. So hopefully we can get that fixed this summer when it dries out a little bit. And as you can hear, I'm sloshing around in the water. Alright, I even put a couple of pine trees saplings down to help my plants not be in the water, but even those are underwater. Alright, in this first bucket I've got a loquat tree with some mint. I've got another loquat tree right there. Loquat are supposed to be like a citrus type fruit. These next two are banana trees, and they have not come back to life yet. Looks like one is trying to sprout back, and some clover. Then I've got some more mint and onions there. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's oregano there. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. I'm not real sure because I think this is the first year I've grown that one. And then these are my strawberries that I planted and overwintered in my greenhouse this year. Alright, now if we come over here and look at the fence area, I've got a thornless blackberry there, and Copper decided to pull it up, so I had to replant it, and that's Copper there. That's a black-eyed Susie in this Texas Star pot. I got rosemary there. And right here is where I keep my garden tools, that way they're handy. Some of them are getting rusty. I've had them a little while and I need to clean them up. But they overwintered in this, and I built this and put it in my greenhouse. I've got broccoli that went to seed while it was in my greenhouse. This first tree is a fig tree. It's a Texas fig. and I'm waiting for it to come to life. I ordered most of these trees that I'm fixing to go over. They're bare root trees that I ordered from Leg Creek Farms, and I put them in dirt and overwintered them in the greenhouse, and I'm still waiting for them to come to life, or I will be contacting them for replacements. All right, this next one is a Dorset apple tree, and it's starting to come to life. This next one is a harvest peach. It looks like this is all tangled up in it. All right, we'll fix that. All right, so that's a harvest peach. This next one is a Santa Rosa plum, and it looks like it's got some new sprouts coming off of it. We got some onions down there. This one has been doing really good. It's an Anna apple. And here's the tag on it. All right, this is another Dorset apple. And it's starting to get some sprouts on it. And in the background you see Buddy there, eating some grass. He's a nut. Here's another Anna apple. And this one did really well as well. All right, let's see what this one is. This one is a harvest peach, and it's coming to life. It almost sounds like there was a fish in the water behind me. All right, what's this one? This one is my Texas King. Texas King. I don't know for sure. Might be a peach. Here's another fig tree. Oh, yay! This one is another Texas fig, and as you can see, it's got new leaves coming off. Yay, I'm so happy. Okay, so this one is a native pecan tree, and it is still dormant. It is not coming to life as of yet. This one is also a native pecan that Copper decided to try and eat. I'm hoping the roots are good on it and it'll come back to life. And these are my long mulberries, and as you can see, there is nothing coming to life yet. It has not come out of dormancy yet. And here's another one that has not come out of dormancy. I'm sorry for the wind noise if you can hear that. I'm trying to cut my hand over the speaker. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, this is a Santa Rosa plum, and it looks like, if you can see this, it looks like the graft did not come to life, but the original did. And these are coming off of the original piece of plum tree that they grafted onto, but the graft is not sprouting as of yet. So this is going to be an interesting attempt to growing a Santa Rosa plum. And then here's another Texas King, and this one seems to be coming off the original as well. The graft did not take, so I'll probably need to contact them on that. And then of course here's my tumbler, my compost tumbler, and it doesn't produce very much compost, especially for my garden the size it is. So I'll be taking all my garden clippings and taking them to my chickens to compost down for me, and then using their compost. And over here, I need to build this corner up. Inside the fence I have elephant ears, which love wet soil, and I have cannas planted, I believe. And they love water. They're starting to sprout. And then right here I have a blackberry, thornless blackberry that produces big blackberries in this bag, and I plan on planting it in the ground once I build this area up so it doesn't drown. Well, thank you for coming along with me as I check out my garden after the storm hit. We're learning as we grow. This is Shannon with Southern Gardening. If you like this video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you know when new videos are being posted. Have a great day.